Have you ever built some furniture from scratch? It's harder than it looks, right? Starting with developing a blueprint, buying materials and tools, cutting, moving and sticking together all the pieces can really become a challenging task. But what if we had a pre-assembled kit to work with? Something like those famous Swedish furniture kits that are very easy to put together. Well, we can have the same cool kits for web development using Python. They're called frameworks, and as their name states, they provide a set of tools and standards to build great software in a streamlined manner. Hi, I'm Mario, and in this video we will talk about what are Python frameworks, how to choose one, and some prime examples of them. Don't forget to subscribe and follow for more content to help you build faster and better software products. Now, let's get started. Python frameworks are a collection of modules and packages designed to expedite coding processes. They can include everything you need for developing a full web app, from template engines for the front-end interface, back-end services to connect internal components, and can even handle database connections. Benefits of web frameworks. So, why should you be using a framework, and what advantages can it bring to the table? Let's get right into it. Frameworks ease the development process greatly in a myriad of ways by providing packages and tools that are commonly used in web development. Reusing these components instead of writing them yourself is a great idea, as it gives a standard structure and patterns for the operations we need to build web applications. This can be pretty useful when working in a team, as it makes development less of a headache by having a common lingo. Also, it makes adding new features and maintaining the application a piece of cake. In short, if you want to avoid headbanging, unless you're a metalhead, use frameworks to streamline your development process and deliver efficient and robust solutions. What are your favorite frameworks to work with? Drop a comment below and let's share more about these awesome tools. Types of Python frameworks. Before getting into how to choose a framework, why don't we split them up and analyze each type of Python web framework? A broad manner of grouping Python frameworks would be to outline these three categories. Full-stack frameworks. Also referred to as enterprise, full-stack frameworks provide a complete solution for all aspects of web development. They have built-in functionality to manage incoming traffic. They can also render web pages with templating engines, expose APIs with our backend services, and even go all the way to connect with different databases. Some of these, like my favorite pal Django, even have ORM, an object relational mapper, capabilities, allowing us to use objects instead of tables. Micro-frameworks. These frameworks are tiny, as they lack some of the features we would take for granted in full-stack frameworks. But that doesn't mean they are less useful. They are lightweight and great for simple and minimalistic applications, where working with a full-fledged framework would bring more nuances to development than necessary. Micro-frameworks can be an ideal choice for quick prototyping as well, before getting into a bigger project. But don't think you are limited. Some micro-frameworks have templating engines, which you may think are only available in full-stack frameworks, and can also be expanded further upon. Flask and Fast API are two interesting tools that can be considered micro-frameworks, but thanks to their capabilities can be suitable for different use cases. Check out this blog for a fun comparison between these two. Asynchronous frameworks. Async or asynchronous frameworks differ from the rest because they provide something generally lacking from others in an out-of-the-box scenario. Async frameworks are capable of handling concurrent connections, generally leveraging the async.io library. I'm not saying other frameworks cannot implement this feature, like my all-star Django. However, doing so would take an extra step in the development process and can prove not to be as efficient at handling connections as the async-focused framework. If your application requires that specific feature, going with an async Python web framework may be your best bet. Well, after reviewing the categories, I think we are ready to look into the different aspects to consider before marrying a specific Python web framework. Don't you think? So let's go. How to choose a Python framework. A great starting point on what framework to work with is to ask ourselves, what is the scope of our application? What features and components do we need to build the app? Starting with that, you can easily discard any frameworks that don't meet those requirements and steer clear of using one that has extra features that we will not need. Scalability is a key part also. And yes, we know that in today's landscape, most scaling is done at a DevOps level, but looking into how your framework would complement these scaling strategies would help greatly down the road. For example, using caching and optimizing database access on the Django. When selecting any kind of technology to add to our stack, it's important to consider the quality and the depth of the documentation provided. Also, what other resources can we leverage when using this particular tech? Choosing a framework has the same caveat. Some have great documentation, others don't. So keep in mind your project's demands and whether you can find information about a particular feature in the framework you are considering. Sometimes the framework does have the capabilities to fulfill your requirements but lacks docs on how to use those features, and that would be a hassle to deal with. Let's end our journey of choosing the right framework with some advice. Suppose the framework you are planning to use doesn't have a particular feature you need. Keep in mind there are always ways of expanding its capabilities to meet your needs before going with an excessively packed framework. Still not sure of which framework to use? Check out this video, where we compare Flask and Django, two of the most popular Python frameworks in the market. As we wrap up our exploration of Python frameworks, it's clear that they're more than just tools for development. They're the blueprints for innovation, efficiency, and creativity in the digital landscape. From the comprehensive solutions offered by full-stack frameworks like Django, to the minimalist elegance of micro-frameworks like Flask, Python empowers developers with a long list of options to suit every project's unique needs. So, whether you're embarking on a coding journey or leading a team of developers, remember the power of Python frameworks to streamline your workflow, enhance your productivity, and bring your ideas to life. The possibilities are endless. Ready to dive deeper into the world of Python frameworks? Subscribe to our channel for more updates and contact us if you need any assistance with your project. We'll be happy to help.